Before I leave the tunnels, I grab a sneakily hidden Zombrex before heading off to rescue the next set of freaks. In the hotel where I met the busty reporter, I find four disturbed individuals playing Monopoly in a dusty room. I try to ignore them talking about how their waifu is the best one and tell them to follow me. I take them to where Stacy told me a fire was, and I save them with the fire extinguisher. And before you pipe up, I don't count anything where weapons are used for something besides killing zombies or psychos. Once the fire is out, I drop the extinguisher and meet a man watching his wife get her face mauled off by a zombie. I take these tards to the safe house and get a disappointing amount of PP for my efforts. With those freaks rescued, I go to a bathroom where I discover Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, huffing toilets and holding a woman hostage. Like, man, I'm gonna put peanut butter on my balls. There's some sesame like with Scooby. He notices me and tries to sick his toilet buddy at me. I use the shove tech to defeat the threat and Shaggy attacks me. I discover a new strategy where I just throw a bunch of bats at psychos. It's faster than normal attacks and does a pretty good amount of damage to him. After getting 50 bats thrown into his face, he tries to get help from his friend, but he reveals he has feelings for Shaggy and bites him on the neck. Shaggy realizes he likes men, but then realizes what he has to do and ends himself. Poor Shaggy, he mistook being a homo for being a shrimp. Alright lady, I'll help you. After taking care of Shaggy's buddy, I rescue the lady and take her on an uneventful survival escort. The Shaggy fight cost me all of my milk, so I'll have to restock in the... Oh no. There is no more milk in the safe room. Why? Now, out of the 98 stores in this game, there is only 5 places to get milk at, and none of them are convenient to get to. I have no time to mourn this tragedy as I haul my sad ass to where a new survivor is. I find some paramedic furiously beating a guy to death as he yells at him. He then tries to hide what he was doing by saying, "Oh, I was just trying to save him, I didn't actually kill this guy." Listen man, I don't care what you did, I'll just throw you in the safe house and you can do whatever you want from there. Actually, I might need your help with something. I book it to the next cycle with the deranged paramedic in tow and find a chef cooking a stew with ketchup on him. He tells me to try some and I do. Let's see here, what's in the pot? This is just a pot of shit, man. He gets furious at my remark and demands I eat it. I guess I'll have no choice but to defend myself. Cell Dweller's best track starts playing as I beat this man with my bat and the paramedic follows. Unfortunately, Antoine here does an extreme amount of damage to both me and my companion. He then does a sick trick shot with the pan where I try to shield away, and the pan shoots all the blood from Sven's head and onto the ground. I normally would not care about a survivor dying, but the paramedic has a Zombrex that evaporates whenever he dies. So back to the last save it is for me. Take 2 goes even worse as Sven gets eaten by zombies when I tell him to stay and I fight Antoine. Yeah, screw this. I take Sven and vow to return without any dead weight. While on my way back to the safe house, I find some dude with some STD. I give him some Zombrex to cure him, because both zombie infections and STDs are gained from the mouth, and take him along. This is another extremely easy survivor escort that gives a disappointing amount of PP. I return to Antoine and immediately realize what a pain in the ass this fight's gonna be, as he gains invincibility frames and heals himself. I try using the bat throw tactic, but this restaurant has janky ass hitboxes that block my bats when I throw them. This fight's gonna be a whole lot of me trying to hit Antoine, half of the hits not registering for some reason, and then him healing almost all of his health only to repeat the process. I die after Antoine domes me in the head with a pan. The next attempt was 7 whole minutes of that same routine and ends with me just reloading a save after Antoine gets on top of me to try and shove something down my throat. In the final attempt, I find the perfect balance of throwing my bat and just hitting him with it. This finally defeats Antoine and I save the sounds of him burning in hot oil. Wait, oh yeah, I forgot to take my meds. Hold on 1 second. Oh, this isn't just shit in a pot, it's actually just some regular stew. Did I just break into someone's restaurant, yell at him that their food was shit and brutally kill him?
Yeah.
I really don't care. I greet the woman hiding in his cooler who immediately screams and tells me to get away from her. She starts letting out for some guy named Jasper and how she should have stayed with him. I then remember I heard some dickhead crying from the rafters of where I got the milk from. Yeah, this one the only places with milk in it and like only 2 cartons in this entire section. Anyways, I find the pansy sobbing over, "Boo-hoo, I didn't cook better than Antoine. Why did Cindy leave me for him?" I tell him to stop being a bitch and that Cindy is alone and defenseless in a secluded area, making him jump for joy and follow me. Thankfully, this levels me up as I was only at 2 health blocks and did not want to fight Antoine again. Jasper grabbed Cindy and I armed them both with bats before we head off to find more survivors. We enter the Silver Strip and... What is that? Someone scratching a chalkboard? I find the source of the noise and it's some shitty band. Who would ever want to be a fan of? Oh, I see. I rearm them with more elegant weapons and go to find more survivors. I find some woman and her injured friend fighting off zombies. I tell them to follow me, which they thankfully do without much fuss. This is yet another extremely easy survivor run. The only tension is the Zombrex timer slowly ticking. I'm able to bring back the 6 tarts and a potential new mom, and then give Katie her meds. With that mess done with, I leave again and find a bee. I savor every moment of crushing it, and this act of cruelty makes all the zombies' heads explode. Oh shit. It's time. I rush out to grab a stuffed bear. It is time for the sacrifices. Katie is a very special kid. Have you noticed how I never talk about my wife? That is because she could have, maybe been a demon. How was I supposed to notice the red horns and tell whilst I was rallying her, man? Anyways, due to her mother being a demon, Katie requires sacrifice in order to remain human every year. I give her a stuffed bear, a stuffed elephant, a pony, marbles, volleyball, rabbit, donkey, and... Oh, fuck! Where's the last one? I need to get it by the end of the day. Okay, Rebecca is here. She might know, Great, TK just had to start looting the city on this exact day and at this exact time. Okay, we're gonna have to deal with this real quickly.